What's up, guys? Gold Gaming here, back with a tank review, or a tank versus tank. So before this video, as I always say, if you want to send me any replays, please feel free to have that link down in the description, and I'll take you to my Discord server, where you can send any replays in your respective channel, the World of Tanks Blitz replays channel, as well as my Discord information that you can use to DM me replays, if you so choose. I also got an email down there that you can use to email me replays. All of them work, and all of them are foolproof. It also helps if you drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and the bell, and lets me know that this channel is still being watched, and I'm doing my parts. So today, as you can obviously see, I'm doing a tank review on the T110e3 and the T110e4. Both of these are, well, we'll let you guys decide which one is better. I have my opinion, but I'm going to be doing a tank review since these are both the brothers in arms. So before this starts, let's go ahead and do with the T110e3 or the E4. This is my general equipment loadouts. I do run calibrated shells just for the extra penetration. You don't really need it. You could get away with running gun rammer. Again, this is player preference. I also run defense system and the optics. Of course, you can run the camo nets depending on what you're doing. I would recommend running the camo net with the E4, and you'll see why in a minute. I also got a enhanced gun laying drive for the accuracy, improved assembly, and the improved controls, because this thing is very slow to turn. I also got the refined gun because the dispersion is not the best. If I was to buy these two, of course I would go with the toolbox and the consumable delivery system. Wrong one. Misclicked. Ammo, this is what I typically run. 13 AP, 7 APCR, 7 HE. This is what I run. I do run the adrenaline for the E4, and of course both the repairs, and of course both the cokes and the improved fuel. This thing does have the commander camo. I don't have the thing, so you obviously can see that's what it looks like. I just wish the E3 had a legendary camo, because it really needs one. It deserves one. What I run on the E3, of course, is calibrated shells. You could run gun rammer. I do run the improved modules, the improved optics. You could run the nets. Again, that is player preference. I prefer the optics for, well, you'll see. Enhanced armor is a big one. Again, you'll see why. I also got the enhanced gun lane drive, improved controls because this thing is a chartless TD. You want to be able to turn quickly. Consumable delivery system, toolkits, and refined gun. And I run slightly different. I think this thing actually holds more ammo. I think. I don't remember. Does it? Oh wait, no. They run the same thing. So I just switched it up just a little bit between the three. The E3 does have the improved engine booster and the reticle calibration. It does. I mark my words. It does not need the reticle calibration. This thing has, because it is a fixed gun or a chartless TD, it has really good dispersion. It has really good aiming time, aiming numbers. It is just it is all around a really good tank. And of course, I do run in both the repair kits. Both cases of cola and the improved fuel, and then yeah. Alrighty, and let's get on to compare tanks. Alrighty, so here we are in compare tanks. I of course just have these two since it is a tank versus tank. If we go ahead and scroll down to the firepower department, as you can see, they are the exact same. They have the exact same gun, the exact same rate of fire, the exact same pen. It's literally the same gun. Like, it's the exact same gun, same pen on AP, same pen on HE. There's nothing special. We go ahead and run down to weapon handling. This is where it starts to differ. The aiming time on the E3 is better by 7%. Yeah, 7%. That's what it says. And the dispersion is better by 3%. Now, as I said, I am running the refined gun, so that does drop the dispersion down to 0.31 on the E3 and 0.318 on the E4. Again, the difference is because it is a fixed turret. The other thing to note is the E3 has better gun depression, surprisingly, 8 degrees and then 6 degrees on the E4. And then the other thing is the E3 can only turn 12 degrees left and right. The E4 has a quote-unquote turret that it can turn 90 degrees in both directions. Top speed on both are reverse and forward are the exact same. The power to weight ratio is actually better on the E4 because the E3 is just a big, heavy monster. Which brings up the next topic. If we go ahead and go to the armor, I want you to notice this number right here. Oh, wait, zoomed in a little too far. 305. Now, that is equivalent to a foot. 1 foot of armor on the front of this thing. This thing is armored. So that is why I prefer to run the improved optics, which is an option up there, because I am frontlining in the E3. I frontline in the E3 because I am comfortable in it and nothing can get through. Where is it? Miscellaneous. So of course, it's going to have a 203. The E4 has 203 on the front and 152 on the sides and rear. The hull is 254, so it's worse, and then the same on the front and rear. And let's go ahead and get on to Armor Inspector, where we will, armor inspect. Alrighty, here we are. We got the E4 up first. So you can go ahead and see on the front there's a lot of red and there is some green. The first thing you note off the top is this cupola up here. It is it is a big weak spot. I feel Wargaming needs to buff the cupola because basically anyone is able to get through. There's not much armor on that thing. And then also there are these cheeks right here. And I do want to mention we are using Leopard 1, which is the highest penning medium tank. Heavies, of course, will go right through this as well. It does have a big, and I mean a big, gun mantlet. Like 400 armor on that gun mantlet plus the 207 behind it. Nothing getting through that gun mantlet. That's does it say? No, it doesn't. So, spaced armor. 254 of 255. So it's 250 millimeters of spaced armor, so it's about 400 effective armor. The front, of course, is bouncy because of the way it is, but you do have to worry about that bottom as it is concave, or it's rounded. It's a rounded bottom. Of course, like I said, this thing does have a not a fully rotatable. It's 90 degrees in each direction, and it has lovely workable 6 degrees of gun depression. Even with gun depression, the cupola and the cheeks are a weakness, but you can generate bounces if you're moving the turret back and forth. Another thing you can do is actually raise the gun up to make it harder to hit that cupola. That is something that I do recommend doing. Let's get on to the E3. And here we are with the E3. That is a lot of red. So first off the bat, that cupola is actually stronger. It is very, 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 very strong on the top of this thing. Like I said, Wargaming, I hate saying this, but Wargaming should kind of nerf, or take off some armor on this cupola and put it on the E4. Because if you look at this, 350, 300, there's 800 effective armor on this gun mantlet. It is a huge, huge, huge gun mantlet. Nothing will get through these sides. This thing, you can face hug in this thing and people are going to have trouble going right through you. Even with a 183, which actually, let me go and switch to it. So here is the 183, the 183 caliber gun, and you could see a 55% chance of getting through that cheek. If the 183 struggles going through this thing frontally, nothing is going to get through. So even with hash, let me go ahead and switch to it. Even with hash, you're only going to be doing like 300 damage. That is like roughly what you're going to be doing. There's just so much armor on this front. But of course, with every American tank on the rear, you hit that back with the 183, you can do up to 1600 damage if you get lucky. Let me go ahead and switch back to the AP. Of course, anything that goes through, you're going to damage the rear and the sides with these. This goes for both tanks. Of course, with it does have a very, very high raised enter deck, so all it takes is literally just to HE this thing, and most tanks will be able to HE the sides and this part right here. Easy critical enter damage as well. The other thing to note is this thing is turretless, so you want to keep yourself in positions where you're not going to get circled, because you're only able to turn this gun 12 degrees in each direction. With that 8 degrees of gun depression, it's just a monster. This thing is a nightmare to come up against when it's hauled down, and the player knows how to play this thing. So the E3 has a lot going for it, but it is turretless, so that is the biggest downfall. And let's get on to the replays. Alrighty, first up we are on Castilla. We're doing the E4 first, and then we're going to have a replay in the E3, and then we'll have another E4, and then I got a really good E3 replay that we'll put at the end, and then we'll go from there. So we are on the north spawn of Castilla. We're obviously gonna go with the medium routes. If you look behind us, we got pretty much the entire team with the exception of the 215B, who is not coming over here. So basically just gonna be going this way. Now, the one I'm talking to is actually the clan lead of the first clan I joined when I first started playing a little over a year ago. Trying to see if he remembers me, but he didn't. And then so that's what this first part is going to be. And what's actually I'm not going to say it yet, but so right here I'm actually typing my. If you guys have ever seen me, that was my old in-game username. So before I changed it to Gold Gaming 1, which is my current gaming name. Looking for shots in the STB. So far there are none. If you notice, there is the enemy E3 who's in the typical sniping position, and yeah. So like I said, I don't usually play these tanks sniping. The dispersion is not like the Grill's dispersion, where you're going to hit every shot or you come very close. This one, this is a big hit and miss. So I typically play the E4 second line. I want to say like second to third line, not in the back sniping, but like up in the front, but in the rear providing support, like you should be, like a TD should. Unlike the never mind. That was a different game I'm thinking of. If you wouldn't look, our team has been, well, pretty much murdered on the left flank. So that means we got to fight our hardest over here, and our TDs in the back have to do a good job. I do get one shot onto that Sheridan, and I pull back just before this E3 has a chance to shoot us. If you look at this armor profile. Look at it. Yeah. That you're not getting through that. Believe me. going to go ahead and pull back. Looking for shots again. I am worried about the E3 because, again, he can do big damage to me, I can do big damage to him. Sheridan spot over there. I am actually going to call the focus on him. There we go. And then, of course, I'm going to pull up. He gets shots, and I am actually going to take him out. Boom. And I'm actually going to type right here, reset camo to this Kronwagen over here, because I don't want him to get shots, because I know the E3 is over there, so you gotta watch, so I was watching out for him. Moss has been spotted, or Mouse. I don't know why I keep saying Moss. It's Mouse. And then the E3 over there, so my priority right now is getting this E3. Ricochet that shot, because I didn't really aim. And remember how I said that the cupola on the E3 is very, very troll and you're not going through? Yeah, I lied. When big calibers hits, such as like an E4, you have a higher chance of actually getting through. See? Yeah, there you go. But when it comes to medium tanks, most heavy tanks, you're not gonna be able to get through. It's gonna be very hard. This mouse is doing a good job trying to get the Yellant gun up at me, but of course he's not going to be able to get through. E3 again is my main worry. I do bouncer shots on the top of the thing, which gives me the chance to pull down here and put a shot in on the mouse. And then I get up just before he has, or actually he can't even get his gun up. So, and then I do take a shot from the E3. I was actually hoping not to take that, but I do give him one in return, I think. No. Oh yeah, because he moves. So I'm like, okay, there's no point in me doing this. And plus, I'm doing a review on this, so I know how bad this thing is. So I am actually going to come over here, and I'm going to help this Kronwagen. I get a very lucky shot into the cheek of the mouse, and that gives the Kronwagen the chance to kind of pull away from that face-hugging position, because he's useless. And it gives me a chance to put another shot in and actually take him out right here for my second kill. So the Kronwagen is it's me, the Kronwagen, and then the two TDs over there. I'm telling him he's got the HP. He can take shots. I'm a one-shot to this Hori. I do miss that shot, which is very unfortunate. But our Kronwagen does a good job of setting him on fire and taking him out. I swear, this Kronwagen he's a good player. What's his name? BC25T, Batchat 25T. He's good, man. He hits that shot. I unfortunately bounce. I hit the only part that was not pennable on that turret. And then, of course, our Kronwagen here does take him out. Shout out to him. He did a really good job. I ended on a second class here. I also got the mouse trap because that was actually the 10th mouse I've killed. I'm like, really? I could have sworn I've, taken out more of those. But apparently I've only done 10, so. Only did 3,013 credit damage and made 2,414 credits with the 2 kills I got. Going to go over to the team. The Kronwagen, which I did give a thumbs up, was top leaderboard, and I was right under him by, like, 50 points. No, yeah, 50. Literally 50. Yeah. No, 40, actually. My bad, I can't read. No, wait, 50. Forget I said that. Let's get on to the next replay. Alrighty, here we are on Dead Roll. This is the E3. Now, as I said, I play this tank. I play the E3 front line. I am comfortable doing it at the front, playing it front because of how thick that front armor is. It is thick, with 2 C's thick. So we are going to go ahead and pull up here with the T57 Heavy, and the IA7 is going to go towards the A-cap. We got our mediums. I'm going to turn the camera over there. We've got our mediums who are going up to the flank. They're going to hold that area for a decent amount of time, and I'm going to come to this position right here. I didn't get a chance to shoot there, but I do get a chance to put one right in between the turrets and the hull, and then of course I bounce that on my cupola. FE215B, I have a review on that if you want to go check that out. That is a fairly decent tank as well. He does a good job this battle, but we do get the best of him. And I bounce him there. I think he's going to shoot me maybe one more time with AP before he starts shooting my cupola with the cheap hash. Yeah, cheap hash right there. So he's smart enough to start doing that, because he'll start slowly whittling me down. Unfortunately, I missed that shot. But I do go ahead and pull back, load up the AP again. I have my gun up, like I said. I do have a tendency to put my gun up when I'm in this tank just to hide that cupola. It is a big weakness. And then FE, or the 215B, was showing his side, so I won't go ahead and poke over that corner and hit him. Enemy E3 over there, I'm not too worried about. I do get hashed again, so he is slowly whittling me down. Missed that shot on the Chieftain, but I do pull back, and I do get hit by the Vosh. That is another thing I forgot to mention, is this thing is easily ammo racked. What I'll do after this, I'll go back to the armor inspector and I'll show you where the ammo rack is, because that, that is something to be, to note. Back to the replay, T92, he does unfortunately take me out. The reason why I added this is just to highlight the fact that you can frontline in this thing. Yes, this was a loss, but it was the best battle I had that didn't go so horribly with the team lineups today. Was not top of the leaderboard. RA7 and VK did okay, but unfortunately they didn't take the win. Okay, so here is Armor Inspector, as I said. So this is the modules. So you go ahead and see there's an ammo rack right there and right there. So when you are driving this thing, you do have to be careful, because people do aim down at the weak spots, and they do have a chance to hit that ammo rack. Again, also right there, the loader is right there, and there is an ammo rack right there. Put one right through the traction, you're going to hit it. In reality, you can't really miss it. Then, of course, the other thing is the engine is right here, so people will hesh you right here, or put HE right there, and they will damage that engine. Alrighty, and it is the exact same thing for the E4. Like I said, they're pretty much the exact same tank. You got two in the front right there, and the one right in the middle underneath the turrets, and of course the engine's right there. So let's get back to the replays. Alrighty, here we are with the E4. This is going to be the last E4 replay, and we are on Desert Sands. We are in the North Spawn, and this is, of course, a Supremacy game. As you can see, the teams are somewhat balanced. We got one more medium than, or wait, no, we got one more heavy tank than the enemies, as well as, well, actually, yeah, no. Yeah, one more heavy tank, they got one more TD. So, teams are okay balanced. So, this is a position I will sometimes take when I'm not sure what the turn of the battle is going to be. In this situation, I've noticed the two heavies have actually moved over there, so that gives me the chance to actually pull up to start getting shots. If you remember what I said, the power to weight ratio is better on the E4 than it is on the E3, because there's not as much armor, so you can get up to speed slightly quicker. I do get a decent shot into that thing, the IS-4, a very formidable heavy. And then I do actually stay right here so I can, absorb a shot on it. That way our Kronwagen doesn't get hit, because he took a big beating. So both tanks are occupying the other two over there. We technically have won this flank, but not yet. Not yet. They could turn this around, but I'm not going to let that happen. IS-4 right there. I am actually going to pull a flank. Our AMX-50B is about to actually start moving back. Then he notices what I'm doing, so he's actually going to pull forward while I distract this K91. This is excellent teamwork right here. I do bounce one, get a little bit of ram damage, bounce another one, and he is taken up before he is able to put that third shot in me. And go ahead and repair the tracks, and start pulling forward. This waffle dragger over here. Now, when I said the dispersion is not the best, you do want to, well, I got lucky with that one, 941. and then he pulls back, you know, before I have a chance to hit him. I'm actually typing right here, mine, and I do actually get very lucky with this AG shot as it goes right into him to take him out. So, luck was in my favor. Now all that's left is these two over here, the M48 Patton and the Foch. I'm actually going to type, get the Foch first. He is the deadliest targets. The M4 is, or the M48 Patton is not too deadly. He is full HP, but that's why I also said you'll go for the lower HP. Well, not anymore, as they are focusing the Patton. To switch back to the AP, I am going to get over this hill. I don't think I get any more shots. I think this is where I end. But the team does a really good job. Yeah, this is where I end. Actually, no, wait, I get one more shot in. Boom. 3,842 damage. I believe this was a second class, and then made 33,000 credits. I also got the 100% for the waffle trigger. And go over the leaderboard. I was second to the top. Our AMX was above us by 68. I think I can do quick math. He's over us by 68 damage. So you know how that be do. Let's get on to the next replay. Alrighty, so this replay was sent to me by NoMan1632 from the T110e3 clan. Great guy, really good, and he's going to make the E3 look like a monster. The reason why I left this replay last is because, well, this is a really good replay. I asked the clan, I said, hey, does anyone have any good replays in the E3 or E4? And I asked again today, or the day I'm recording this, and he said, hey, yeah, I got a really good mastery, and also sent me some another mastery and another tank, which I'm actually going to do a review on later. So first up is the E4. We get lucky shots into him, and we do bounce. Another thing I did want to mention is you can side scrape in the E3. It is possible you can get some troll bounces. Like I said, the armor on this thing is amazing. Standard beat right there, we had a 956 AG roll and damage a couple of modules, and then we notice that the entire enemy team is in this area. So that can be either good or bad. So we gotta play this careful. We are holding this corner and we are actually frontlining. There is actually no other tanks in this area except for us. We get a 708 roll into the side of the E5. Standard B pulls around and bounces the our E75. And this Jagdpanzer E100 is pushing up. E75 really needs to get back so he doesn't get eliminated. And we are going to look for shots on the E5 again, as he is a potential one-shots. E5, oh, wait, never mind. Not a potential one-shot. Sorry. Now he is, if we high roll. Let's see. Jaegeru just shot, so that gives us the chance to try to get around. This is a troll shot right here. It looks gray, but unfortunately the angle he was at bounces, so a little upsetting. E5 is over there. We do unfortunately take a hit from him. Another thing I did also forget to mention is the drive wheel is really weak on this tank, and the E5 too. You can just hit that drive wheel and you're most likely going to go through. So that is another thing I forgot to mention as well. The Kronwagen is over there. He is pushing forward. We are going to get a shot onto him, 696, I think it was, and bounce him. We are going to hit that improved engine booster. We are just barely going to get around the corner to track him in place and keep him from getting away, and then he is going to repair his tracks and get around. We are, of course, going to follow him some of the way, watching behind us as the Jaegeru is right behind us. But we are going to go ahead and turn around. Our WZ is not doing anything, and we are going to bounce him again on the tracks. Remember how I said tracks are really weak and punch through? Yeah, I kind of lied. But yes, no, you are able to get through those tracks with like APCR and stuff. Round right there, get a lucky HE shots. Like, you aren't gonna get any more luckier than that. Well, never mind. Let me rephrase that. He's gonna get lucky again. See B right there. Get a really, really lovely high roll or max roll right there for 10 HP. And we are, of course, going to pull around M103, who is a potential one-shot. Also, now is the WZ and us. We are full HP, so we can afford to take a couple of hits. And this WZ is going to be big dumb and get eliminated. That gives us the chance to get another lucky HE shots into the rear of the M103. This was a well-deserved mastery. We did 4,040 damage and made 39,000 credits with the 3 kills. You go over to the team, we were top of the leaderboard, and the Vickers Light was not too far behind. Alrighty guys, that's going to be the sum of this video. If you enjoyed, go ahead and drop a like, hit the subscribe button, as well as the bell, to be notified when I upload in the future. If you want to send me any replays, please feel free to hit that link down in the description. That will take you to my Discord server, where you can post any replays in the respective channel, as well as semi-replays using the, or DM me replays, if you want to do that. Email is also down there to email me replays, of course with a short description, like how much damage you do, what tank, and what map, and we'll see if we get them onto the channel. So the winner for this tank versus tank, and it's going off of a lot of stuff with armor, penetration, and stuff. Of course, both these tanks have penetration. Both these tanks have speed, or about the same speed. Both these tanks have decent accuracy, but the winner's going to have to be the E3. I mean, with the armor on this front and the 1A3 struggling to get through, this thing is just overpower in the front, but again, it can be taken over from the back. So this tank versus, so the winner, of course, is the E3, and this tank is actually going to go up against another tank destroyer, or the winner of the next tank versus tank, which of course is going to be based off the same stuff: armor, damage, penetration, and speed. So yeah, I didn't mean to hit that. Until next time, we'll see you on the battlefield.